Good morning. Thanks for joining us in the studio. Doris is quilting her beautiful table topper, and we are going to use it to demonstrate how to quilt a pantograph in an unusual shape. This method works well on circular quilts, such as tree skirts, and it also works well for scalloped edges. Basically, anytime you have an edge that requires special consideration, you would want to consider a clipping block. The first thing that you should do is measure your quilt top and bottom, and side to side to find the widest measurement. Add a few inches because once it's loaded, you may find it's larger than you thought it was. This is for doing pantographs in an unusual shape. Quilt measured 36 by 36 and we entered 40 by 40 for our block. On the screen we have a 40 by 40 inch block, and Doris chose the design curly for her pantograph. We adjusted the pattern height and the row height to her desired density, and I love it. The quilt has been loaded and basted. We are on the Design Sew Quilt screen, and instead of saying that we want to sew quilt, which would put us into sequencing it, we want to go to Add Edit Block. On the Add Edit Block screen, we will add a block. It's going to be a clipping block. Intelliquilter asks us to select the patterns to be affected. I move my machine, and using the crosshairs, I verify which rows will fit within the space, and I touch Continue. How will we define the block? We will mark on quilt, placing as many registration points as needed to represent the shape of the quilt top. A circular or scalloped border would need many more registration points than Doris's table topper. Doris marked on quilt and touched Continue. IQ instantly removed the excess design. You will sequence and quilt each row within the clipping block. Then next, you're going to have that part finished. You're going to realign, add edit block, add a clipping block, choose the patterns to be affected. You're going to mark on quilt to define your clipping block. You'll sew, and it will be beautiful. Let me know how you feel about this video. If you found it helpful, be sure to subscribe so you're notified every time I release a new video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now. This shows the quilt once it's completed, showing the clipping blocks. The quilt turned out beautiful. I hope you enjoyed the video. And a big thank you to Doris Meadows for allowing us to use her quilt in our video.